Okay, this is an interesting lesson. Very, very interesting lesson. Fractions. Okay, fraction is like an art. Okay, if you understand this lesson clearly, everything, the flow of this lesson is very interesting. First of all, equivalent fraction, then addition of fraction, subtraction, multiplication, division, comparison of fraction. This is very interesting. We will do some series of videos like this to cover this fraction lesson. Okay. It's very, very interesting. Don't be bored with this lesson. Don't be bored with this lesson. When I give you an example, just try to understand at that moment. If you can't understand, just ask me again. Okay. Or repractice that one and clarify that. Then after, go to the next chapter. Otherwise, you will not understand this flow of this fraction lesson clearly. Okay, in fractions, we are not going to talk much. Okay, fraction means two numbers. Okay, one is in the top, another one is in the bottom. Okay, when I consider number 2 upon 7, we have to read this number as 2 upon, okay, 2 upon 7. 2 upon 7. This is the way we have to read this fraction. Okay, now let's discuss what are these two numbers. Usually we know what is 2, we know what is 7 different separately, but in here both together, but there is a straight line also in between this. What is this? Okay, this is the way we are going to represent our fractions. The number in the top, this is called as numerator. Okay, numerator. These are some keywords. You should remember them. It's very interesting. Numerator in the bottom, the number in the bottom, that is our denominator. That is our denominator. Okay. Number in the top, numerator. Number in the bottom, that is denominator. According to the values of numerator and denominator. According to the values of numerator and denominator, we can classify fractions into majorly three types. Okay, majorly according to the denominator and numerator's value, we can classify fractions into three major parts. Okay, the classifications of fractions. Yeah, these are the three classifications of fractions: proper fractions, improper fractions, and unit fraction. What are proper fraction? In proper fraction, the denominator will have higher value and numerator has less value. For an example, this one's 2 upon 7 is a proper fraction. The denominator has higher value than the numerator value. Another example, 3 upon 10, 5 upon 11, 6 upon 7. These are some examples for proper fraction. The proper fraction means denominator will have higher value and the numerator will have less value than that. But improper fraction, what is the improper fraction? Improper, that is not proper. Not proper means the opposite of proper fraction. The numerator will have higher number and denominator will have less number. Improper one. Denominator is less value, numerator will have higher value. 10 upon 2, 5 upon 1, 6 upon 4. These are some examples for improper fraction. Improper fraction means the denominator will have less value, numerator will have higher value. But the next one, that is unit fraction. What is a unit fraction? Unit fraction is simple. That is a sub-classification of proper fractions. Sub-classification of proper fractions. But in the unit fraction, numerator should be exactly 1. Okay, no any other value. Numerator should be exactly 1. 1 upon 2, 1 upon 3, 1 upon 5, 1 upon 10. These are some examples for unit fraction. In unit fraction, the denominator vary. Okay, denominator can vary in numbers, but the numerator should be constant. That constant is 1. The numerator should be exactly 1 in all the unit fraction. These are the easiest explanation of classification of fractions. Okay. Okay. What it means by equivalent fraction? This is also same thing. If we consider about a fraction, okay, 3 upon 5. The equivalent fraction is, to find the equivalent fraction, you have to multiply both the denominator and numerator by the same number. You should multiply both the numerator and denominator by same number to get the equivalent fraction for this given fraction. Okay. First of all, when I multiply 3 upon 5, both, okay, when you multiply 5 by 2, you should multiply the numerator also by 2. Otherwise, he will got angry. He will got angry. Likewise, you can remember this. Okay. You should multiply both these numbers by using same number. So 3 2s are 6, 5 2s are 10. 5 2s are 10. For another equivalent fraction for this fraction, 3 upon 5 multiplied with number 3. Okay, we will multiply this, both of this denominator and numerator by using number 3. 3 3s are 9, 5 3s are 15. For another one more example, 3 upon 5 multiplied with number 10. Denominator and numerator by 10. 3 tens are 30, 5 tens are 50. 5 tens are 50. These are some examples for how to find the equivalent fraction. To find the equivalent fraction, you should multiply both the denominator and numerator by using same number, multiplication. If it is possible, okay, we will discuss those examples after this. If it is possible, we can use to divide both of these denominator and numerator by same value. Okay, same value. Yeah. Let's discuss for equivalent fraction. For the first one, okay, it's very easy. You can multiply. You can multiply using any numbers. First of all, I'll multiply both the denominator and numerator by using number 2. So that will give you 12 upon 14. 12 upon 14. For the one, when I multiply both the denominator and numerator by number 3, 6 3s are 18, 7 3s are 21. For another one, when I multiply both the denominator and numerator by 10, it's 60 upon 70. Likewise, you can use any integer, any integral values, any positive integral values to find your equivalent fraction. Okay, for the next case, you can multiply to get your answer. But in here, I told you that there are some divisional possibilities also. In this case, that is kind of an example. Here you can see both 3 and 9 both are 3 multiples. So we can divide this both of these numbers. If it is possible, we can divide both of these by number 3. So 3 divided by 3 will give you 1. 9 divided by 3 will give you 3. So this is also a positive. This is also a possible equivalent fraction for this. Okay. Other than that, we can multiply both of these by number 2. 6 upon 18. When I multiply both of these by number 5, 3 5s are 15 upon 9 5s are 45. 45. Okay. For the next one, 5 upon 20. Here also it's possible to divide both of these numbers by 5. It's possible to divide by both of these numbers by 5. So when I divide, it will give you 1 upon 4. 1 upon 4. This is also a possible one. I am not telling that to you to find this answer, find exactly this answer. But this is also a possible one. That is the thing. Okay. Then when I multiply 5 and 20, both by number 2, 5 2s are 10, 22s are, it's 40. Then I'll multiply by 10. Okay, it's very easy, no? 5 tens are 50, 20 tens are, it's 200. 200. You can find any other example than this. Okay, those are also possible. Okay, for this case, yeah, I am going to divide and find all the equivalent fraction. I can divide both of these by number 8. When I divide both of these by number 8, 8 divided by 8, it's 1. 40 divided by 8, it's 5. Then further 8 and 40. I can divide both by number 4. 4. 8 divided by 4, that will give you 2. 40 divided by 4 will give you 10. 40 divided by 4 will give you 10. Furthermore, we can divide both of these numbers by 2. 8 and 40 both are divisible by 2. No? 8 divided by 2 will give you 4. 40 divided by 2 will give you 20. This is the way, okay? If it is possible, you can divide by a particular number. Otherwise, you can multiply by using positive integrals to get your equivalent fraction respectively. That's all for this lesson.